Good morning to the Honorable Professor Insinyur Nizam, Director General of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology, Republic of Indonesia. Professor Freddy Boy, Deputy President of Innovation and Enterprise, National University of Singapore. Dr. Nurtami, Vice Rector of Research and Innovation, Universitas Indonesia. Professor Insinyur Panut Mulyono, Rector of Universitas Gadjah Mada, senior members of universities, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the signing ceremony of Memorandum of Understanding between National University of Singapore, Universitas Indonesia, and Universitas Gadjah Mada. I am Agustin from NUS Enterprise, and I will be your MC for this morning program. Thank you for joining us today at Day 3 of InnovFest. I hope you had a great time these past few days, attending various virtual conferences and keeping up with the latest tech trends. Today, we'll be witnessing the beginning of partnership and collaboration between National University of Singapore and the top university in Indonesia to mold the next generation of entrepreneurs. Let's kick the day off on a high note with an opening address from Professor Nizam. In late 2020, Indonesia Ministry of Education announced a new initiative to support higher education where the focus is not only of quantity, but also quality, to be able to produce more talent who are able to compete at the world level. To hear more about this initiative, please extend a warm welcome to Professor Nizam for the opening address. Professor Nizam, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, selamat pagi, dear rectors or representative of NUS, Universitas Indonesia, Universitas Gadjah Mada, and all participants for this meeting. It's a great honor for me to give an opening remark to the signing of MOU on the collaborations between NUS, UI, UGM. This MOU is very important not only about the collaboration itself between the neighboring universities, but more importantly, it's about the collaborations to develop technology ecosystem through partnerships between academia and business in accelerating innovation and entrepreneurships from our campuses. The world has moved very fast due to the advancement of technology, especially in digital technology. It transformed our economy and society in unprecedented rate into a new economy and society. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, Internet of Things disrupted every aspect of our life. Millions of established jobs and competencies suddenly disappeared, replaced by automation, and smart system. And all that happened at a time when ASEAN countries are entering the demographic dividend. University as a backbone in developing human capital for the future is challenged by the dynamics of the labor market, the dynamics of the industry, the dynamic of the society. Competencies that we usually are very confident in delivering and preparing our students are now challenged by its obsolescence rate, and because of our graduates will enter a world that is different from what it is now. We have to prepare students with new competencies for an unknown future. We have to prepare more agile, creative, adaptive graduates who are able to adapt and ready to face the future challenge. True lifelong learners that can work collaboratively across discipline is what is needed. Gone the days of silo and monolithic approach in solving ever complex problems. Kampus Merdeka Belajar as an emancipated learning program is a government policy to unlock the potential and creativity of our students. Every year, 1.5 million graduates came out from our higher education system. It is a huge number in terms of input to the economy and development, not only for Indonesia, but also for the regions, provided that we can be sure that they are well-rounded and competent graduates relevant to the need of the nations and regional development. The Campus Merdeka provides opportunity for students to conduct up to 2 semesters out-of-campus immersive learning in the professional world. They can join the student exchange program across province and across nations. Currently, 1,000 students are joining the International Student Mobility Program and 20,000 students joining National Student Exchange. Next semester, we are preparing more than 20,000 students to join immersive internship in professional world, whether internship in world-class companies or UN organizations or any other professional organizations, fully mentored by professional. Campus Mengajar is another activity that another 20,000 students will join from next August. Around 10,000 micro-credentials program is also being implemented for this year alone. Tens of thousands of students also join community empowerment projects through practical problem-solving project in rural village, planning development, applied technology for agriculture, and sociopreneurship activities in rural and remote villages. Entrepreneurship is another program we are currently developing. All those activities need a strong collaboration between academia, business, and industry, as well as community, finance, and government, as well as media, or hexahelix synergy. Ministry of Education, Culture, Research, and Technology has developed Katerika platform as a matchmaking platform to develop the hexahelix synergy ecosystem. The platform provides access to and from more than 4,000 higher education institutions with industries and giving access from investors and innovators from university to access the industry and venture capital or angel investors in accelerating the invention and innovations to enter the market. We also provide a matching fund for any commitment and contribution from private sectors or industry to university, whether for research or for Campus Merdeka Belajar activities. Currently, more than 20,000 inventors from universities and 3,000 users from industries joining the platform. Today, once again, I'm very grateful to see the signing of MOU between NUS and UI, UGM, especially to accelerate the entrepreneurships and business startups through Block 71 initiative. I believe this initiative will strengthen the collaborations and friendships between Singapore and Indonesian students. The future of ASEAN depends very much to our success in preparing creative and productive citizens with the need of the future, very dynamic future. On behalf of Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology, I thank NUS, UI, UGM directors, and all parties involved in making these collaborations to happen. I wish you all the best, and may Allah bless us in our effort to develop the nations and regions. Amin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Nizam, for sharing Indonesian vision and plan for higher education through Campus Merdeka programs. Now, I would like to invite Professor Freddie Boy, Deputy President of Innovation and Enterprise from National University of Singapore, to deliver his speech. Professor Boy, please.
Good morning. Dr. Notami, Vice Rector of Research and Innovation, Universitas Indonesia. Professor Manut Mulyono, Rector of Universitas Gadjah Mada. Distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of NUS, I would like to welcome you, all of you, to InnovFest 2021, our flagship Technology Innovation Conference. I am delighted to be here to ink Memorandum of Understanding between NUS Enterprise and Universitas Indonesia and Universitas Gadjah Mada to collaborate in the area of innovation and entrepreneurship. NUS Enterprise has been involved since 2017 on the ground in Indonesian cities of Jakarta, Bandung, and Yogyakarta throughout programs like Block 71, NOC or NUS Overseas Colleges, and NUS Enterprise Summer Program in Entrepreneurship. We have supported more than 250 startups from Singapore and Indonesia in these cities, providing them incubation support and access to international markets through our Block 71 global network. NUS currently has 7 locations in 5 countries around the world, and with more to come. By the end of 2021, over 80 of our NOC students would have interned in startup in Jakarta, Bandung, and Yogyakarta, adding entrepreneur talent to the ecosystem. We have strong participation from Indonesian universities for our summer program in Singapore, making up about 20% of total participants worldwide annually. With this MOU, we look forward to working together with the 2 universities in these 2 areas. Number 1, providing NUS scholarships supported by the Indonesian Ministry of Education for deserving Indonesian students from these universities to attend NUS Masters of Science in Venture Creation in our campus. The 1-year program combines academic coursework with experiential learning, exposure to NUS IP reservoir, and the requirement to develop a business model for a startup. Number 2, to jointly establish a venture creation program in Indonesia, leveraging on the experience of NUS and the Indonesian universities to build and scale up high-impact deep tech ventures from Indonesia. We look forward to exciting opportunities to grow the entrepreneurial talent and ecosystem in Indonesia with Universitas Indonesia and Universitas Gadjah Mada. And at the same time, we welcome more Indonesian students to our programs in Singapore. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Boy, for the warm welcome. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Dr. Nurtami, Vice Rector of Research and Innovation from Universitas Indonesia, for her speech. Dr. Nurtami, please.
To the Honorable Professor Freddy Boy, Deputy President Innovation and Enterprise of the National University of Singapore, Professor Panut Mulyono, Rector of Gadjah Mada University. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya. Peaceful greetings to all of us. Good afternoon to our distinguished guests. May we always be protected and given good health by the Almighty God. Today, we start the InnovFest 2021 event and virtual signing ceremony with the National University of Singapore, Universitas Indonesia, Universitas Gadjah Mada. Ladies and gentlemen, as a leading university in Indonesia, our task is to produce the best graduates who are not only smart, but also have qualified skills. We prepare them to have competence in several fields to help them when they enter the world after college. The highly competitive world of work, especially due to the rapid changes in the job market and the dynamic life of society, requires human resources who are ready to work and face those challenges. In producing these excellent students, UI also supports the government's program Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka, or MEKM. This program, launched by the Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology, aims to improve soft skills and hard skills competencies for UI students. In the end, they will graduate as candidates for the workforce that the market needs. For the National University of Singapore, as well as UI, this collaboration is the first step in the planned synergy and collaboration. This collaboration between universities will certainly will be mutually beneficial, both in research, teaching, and community service. As an attempt to support the fulfillment of visions and missions of Campus Merdeka, I, as Universitas Indonesia Vice Rector of Research and Innovation, give cordial support with the great arrangement of Universitas Indonesia National University of Singapore Partnership and InnovFest that may give the students challenges and opportunities to improve their personal skills, creativities, ethics, innovation, and entrepreneurships. Finally, we cordially hope that these partnerships may contribute to the nature of future entrepreneurship generations in Indonesia. Let us work together to strong collaboration. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Nurtami, for the speech. And finally, let us all welcome Professor Panut Mulyono, Rector of Universitas Gadjah Mada, for his speech. Professor Panut, please.
The Honorable Deputy President for Innovation and Enterprise of NUS, Professor Freddy Bui, Vice Rector for Research and Innovation, Universitas Indonesia, Dr. Nurtami, ladies and gentlemen. Very good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May peace be upon all of us. I am excited that we finally signed a formal agreement for our future collaboration. And US UI and US is among the first overseas university that UGM regard as an international partners. We have done quite a lot in the last decade or two. UI are also like brothers and sisters to UGM, where we have also done a lot for the country. However, we have to admit that opportunity of collaboration coming from international partners like NUS is a good driving force for us to strengthen our national collaboration. We thanks NUS for this. Ladies and gentlemen, the MOU that we have signed signifies our strong relationship. We believe that this is not merely a piece of paper to formalize a relation. Instead, it is a reminder that we really have to work hard to transform our ideas into reality. With this MOU, we open ourselves to endless opportunity in academic collaboration. And it should not stop there. We want to see more opportunities in the form of entrepreneur, startup, and enterprises created by the head of our alumni. Thank you, and let us start to work harder. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Professor Panut, for the speech. Ladies and gentlemen, now we have arrived at the pinnacle of our event, the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding. It is my pleasure to invite Professor Boy, Dr. Nurtami, and Professor Panut to sign the MOU document respectively. We kindly invite our signatory to hold the MOU in front of the camera for the photo taking to commemorate today's event. This marks the end of the MOU signing ceremony, and I would like to thank all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, for gracing this event with your online presence. On behalf of National University of Singapore, we look forward to work closely with Universitas Indonesia and Universitas Gadjah Mada in growing the entrepreneurial talent and ecosystem in Indonesia and Singapore. Up next, we have a series of panel discussion focusing on Japan, China, and Singapore market, featuring speakers from Aichi Prefecture Government, NUS Research Institute, A-STAR, Infocom Media Development Authority, and Enterprise Singapore. We look forward to having you join us again, but for now, jalan-jalan ke kota Mekah ingin bersembayang berlama-lama. Semoga MOU ini membawa berkah, membawa rahmat untuk bersama. Terima kasih.